This is Elliot Serrano and Jose Melendez coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thank you for joining us here on CCW TV, the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. Did we give a final verdict on X-Men at all? I mean, did we say yay, nay? I mean, we're kind of like...
Did we ever?
No, I guess not. Great idea, execution not so great. Was my thing. I think if Dad made that... You know what? If Dad made that a $2.99 book, I'd probably be much happier with it. $2.99 book.
It felt like a $2.99 book.
Oh, yeah. Another book that just came out, another new #1.
This one's a miniseries, though.
Oh, it is a miniseries? Yeah. Super Soldier. Steve Rogers, Super Soldier, by Ed Brubaker and Dale Eaglesham. Eaglesham. Is he no longer doing
nope.
Fantastic Four? Wow, that didn't last long.
No, it didn't.
Kind of like telling just the story of Steve now, because Secret Avengers isn't enough. You gotta have the Adventures of Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I really wish that they would have just kept them, but it is the same writer as Secret Avengers.
Right.
So if Brubaker is the only person
right
actually handling the Steve Rogers character, I'll be fine with that. Just keep him out of the Avengers books, the other Avengers books, the bad ones.
In this case, we have Steve Rogers on a solo adventure.
Very James Bond.
Very James Bond, actually, tracking down the grandson of the creator of the Super Soldier formula, which was, where did he come from? Yeah. Leads off with...
And I'm sorry, but when you throw Pete Wisdom in a book and then you bring up MI-13, you just make me fucking hate you, Marvel.
It's kind of like digging at you. I kind of like that Brubaker brought him in because
I like that too,
it's a whole espionage angle. But yeah, you're right. It was kind of ouch.
It's like rubbing salt in the wound. But it's nice to see him pop up.
It was nice to see him pop up. And we go into the past of Steve Rogers and his time as a part of the Super Soldier, the Project Rebirth, the Super Soldier Project. And, you know, people know, it's been told ad nauseum how Steve Rogers was this frail little guy, da-da-da.
And lucky for you, if you've never heard one of those ad nauseum takes, you get to read it in the back.
You get to read after they show it to you, they show it to you yet again. This is kind of like, yeah, Steve Rogers meets, done James Bond, you know, sort of a James Bond version. Kind of neat for a while, but I gotta say, if he wants to be James Bond and be kind of like stealthy, I don't know if I'd necessarily wear the Captain America type outfit when you're going around, you know, doing that sort of thing. Because if you get caught in it, everyone kind of knows who you are. Plus, you are...
The people who do catch him know who he is anyway.
Yeah, and on top of that, he wants to be Mr., you know, walk into a place, nobody recognizes him. The guy, everyone knows who Steve Rogers is. Everyone knows that Steve Rogers is Captain America. The whole Dark Reign thing just ended, and Obama made him the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
it's not S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, kind of, yeah.
I really haven't said what it's called.
Yeah. But this would be kind of like
making...
making...
have a useless acronym like
Hammer, which they never explained. They never explained what it meant. This would be like making Brad Pitt like your top espionage guy and trying to go out undercover. He doesn't even put on a mask or any sort of disguise. Mm-hmm. So that aside, it's kind of an interesting story. Mm-hmm. The thing with what is being done with the Super Soldier Serum is intriguing because don't get me wrong. You have these stories, they pop up all the time, like every 4 or 5 years. Somebody new comes up with the Super Soldier Serum, and they're going to make their own soldiers with it.
Right.
I think Brubaker, when he wrote this, was conscious of all of that, and makes you think like it's going in that direction, and there's doubles back on you to go in an opposite direction. So the grandson of Professor Erskine. It has a confrontation with Steve Rogers at the end of the story, saying, "Hey, this is what I want to do. I don't want to, you know, create soldiers. I want to cure cancer." Very clever, very clever. But he's discovering that the soldier serum might be getting co-opted for something else, which is, you know, of course that's going to happen. Of course it's going to happen. Solid read for a first one. You know, again, Brubaker's writing it. Maybe if anybody but Brubaker were writing it, I think it was unnecessary. But I'll give him, again, some...
Yeah, I think it's only 4 issues, though. It doesn't say on the cover anywhere it is a miniseries, but I thought this was a miniseries.
Yeah, I think it's a new series. It's what it feels. I mean,
I
it would say 1 of 5.
I know it would have.
Like yeah.
But I could have sworn this was a miniseries. I could be wrong.
Then they reprint the original Captain America by Origin by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby in the back, where it doesn't the name of the scientist who creates the super soldier serum is even different there too. So unless you're a real Captain America historian, you're gonna be thrown off by that.
So that was useless fodder for $3.99. No, it was better than ads for all the other Captain America books.
That's true.
So,
well, there are no,
I guess I'll take that.
Captain America book.
Yeah, but if it was 8 ads just for the other Captain America book,
this is gonna happen next issue, and then the issue after that, and after that.
So I guess I'll take that reprint if I have to.
What did you think of Eaglesham? Because it took him a while to grow on me on Fantastic Four.
He took him a while for me. Yeah, he grew on me on Fantastic Four. Some of the stuff is all right in here, and some of it seems kind of rushed. Yeah, he didn't have an inker on this, and that's what it kind of felt like. Felt like some of the stuff was just not tight enough, but I don't know.
I'll say I like his stuff that he's been doing for Marvel a lot more than what he was doing on Justice Society.
I'll agree with that.
He really seems to have come into his own very nicely here with this. Seems like he fits really well. And Eaglesham does fit this type of character.
Yeah, and his style does fit the Captain America character, I think.
And some cool action sequences too. I don't remember Eaglesham doing as much action. I mean, I know he's done action in Justice Society, but pulling it off really well here.
Yeah, but there's a couple of questions raised in here that they don't get answered, so I'm actually interested to see who this is going to turn out to be.
Yeah, his Steve Rogers. Well, I mean, to me, I'd be like, well, I've been gone for 60 plus years. You're gonna run into somebody who looked like somebody you've known in the past. Sure. So that sort of thing happens. All right. Did we say yay or nay on that?
We never do. Why do you keep bringing that up? But it was a good book. It was a good read. It was a fun read.
It was a fun read. When we come back, we'll have another one. See you then.